there's two amazing young men who just sang. Those are the grandchildren of our next very special honorees, Mr. and Mrs. Schneider. First, give them a round of applause. These wonderful young men. We are very lucky that we get to hear them in shul sometimes, and it's a pleasure, and it was a pleasure hearing you here tonight. The Schneiders. Yeah, please. How lucky, what an honor, what a privilege we feel, to have the Schneiders as part of our community, as our family. But the Schneiders, as you all know, are much more than just about the Monmouth Torah community. The Schneiders are about the whole entire Marlboro community. The Schneiders, like I like to say, were pillars of the community decades before I came on the scene. They're involved in the great work of Chabad. The rabbis are here, there. They're out close to Chabad. Yeah, Chabad. And what an honor for us to have them in our community. To me, what the Schneiders represent is authentic dedication and consistency in Yiddishkeit and in life. Every aspect of their life. The amount of respect that I have for this family is off the charts. To me, their dedication goes through their entire lives. Their dedication to each other. Everybody watched Mr. and Mrs. Schneider together. That is the type of marriage that we all should look up to after many, many years of marriage. It's a beautiful thing. Their dedication to their beautiful children and grandchildren is unbelievable. It's beautiful. About the pleasure when you hear the nachas and they talk about their grandchildren is unbelievable. The dedication to Yiddishkeit, the dedication to Judaism. I believe whether it's Chabad, whether it's ourselves, there would be no Jewish community if not for people like the Schneiders paving the way, other individuals as well, but now people like the Schneiders paving the way. They're the ones who, before there were so many organizations in town, were walking miles to shul, sacrificing to send their children to get a great Jewish education. Not the dedication and unbelievable consistency in everything that they do is inspiring. It's inspiring. And it wasn't something that started and stopped, the consistency till this very day. The consistency in coming to shul, to coming to classes. You know, I had Mr. Schneider for a time, but not only making 1 million in town, he's made 2 million in town. Maybe sometimes 3, I don't know. Like we go to the early million, and then another million needs somebody to come to make the next million. Because Mr. Schneider, somebody can count on. Mr. Schneider goes through the Daf Yomi, what cycle? I'm not sure what cycle he's in. But that kind of day-to-day dedication is really, really something that inspires me. And when I think of the Schneiders, I think of a tremendous amount of respect. I want to share with you one thought about Mrs. Schneider. You know, a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, a really, really strange thing happened to me. This guy came to my house and said he wants to take my daughter out of my house and move in with him. Strange. That's that. Whoa. That means we're getting married, don't worry. So, you know, that was very, Yona is back there. Yeah, it turned out to be not half bad guy. Great guy. But, yeah, not the owner. So that, when I was going, that whole process, your first daughter getting married, it was very overwhelming. The whole process was very overwhelming. I don't remember too much about the wedding. I remember too much about the whole period. I want you to know that there's one memory of the wedding that actually sticks out more than anything else. I do not literally remember anything that happened that night. But I remember Mrs. Schneider walking up to the dais, standing to the front. Mrs. Schneider, with such excitement and warmth, gave me like a bracha. I don't know if my own family gave me brachas for that amount of warmth and love and care. The amount she felt for the community as a whole, and for me and my family, was something that meant very much to me on that night. And it means all of us how she's like somebody, the warmth and love she shows to the entire community. what should I say? They are people that I am in awe of their dedication and their consistency, their warmth, their dedication to Yiddishkeit. They are what makes Mr. and Mrs. Schneider are the type of people that make our community what it is. There would be no Jewish community without Mr. and Mrs. Schneider. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for this wonderful family. I still remember the very first Rosh Hashanah that we were here. It was new here. We didn't even have a minyan on the night of Rosh Hashanah. We weren't sure we were going to daven. Somebody told us, call this family, the Schneiders.
They just knocked on the door. They came in.
They knocked on the door. They heard we had a minyan. They came, knocked on the door, and joined us.
As a show's Gabbai, there's nobody who appreciates Mr. Schneider more than I do. I know that if I have any problems or questions, I could turn around and ask him for advice. Mr. Schneider's been Gabbai much, much longer than me, and he's the man to go to.
The Schneiders are extremely special people. They're warm, they're caring, they're compassionate, they care about everyone. They are mis amigos especiales, my special friends.
They're a rock. They're consistent. They're always there, always helpful, always available, and always growing.
You come in and she's like everybody's bubbly. She gives you a hug and the warmth is amazing.
When I see them in shul, I see Jews who hold on to tradition and are the kind of people that are going to carry us through all the way to the days of Mashiach.
Erwin, Jane, and family, please come up. Will family come up for a picture with your wonderful, wonderful grandparents, Rabbi Zadie. Mrs. Arts, please come up. Malki, please come up.
Just taking a video, so you can just hold it up and just point it at everyone.
Don't fight. I'll pull up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Presented to Erwin and Jane Schneider, guest of honor.
They shouldn't hold it up against their faces like that. Put it up against the thing.
Presented to Erwin and Jane Schneider, guests of honor! In recognition of the founding and growth of the Jewish community of Western Monmouth County, and with much gratitude for their ongoing friendship and guidance, Monmouth Torah Links 14th Annual Dinner, June 5th, 2016.
My wife and I would like to thank you for the honor that you have bestowed upon us tonight. There is a word in Yiddish called beshert, which means divine providence. It was beshert that June 5th, the date picked for this dinner, is my wife's 55th anniversary of coming to the United States. standby for 2 days at the Havana airport, I finally got a seat on the last Pan-American flight to Miami. People have always asked us, how did the nice Jewish girl get the name of Jane? Her father named her Hannah. And if you know Spanish, the guttural CH sound is the letter J. So when you spell out Hannah in Spanish, it's J-A-N-E. When she arrived in this country, Hannah became Jane. And when it was time for becoming a citizen of the United States, she had the opportunity to change her name any way she wanted. And her feeling was, my father gave me that name, and that's my name I will keep. So that's how she got the name Jane. My aunt and my mother-in-law were childhood friends in Poland. They separated with my mother-in-law going to Cuba, my aunt coming to the United States. It was shared that they should meet at a mutual friend's house 30 some odd years later. My aunt saying that she had a single nephew, my mother-in-law saying that she had a single daughter. The rest is history. I called Jane on March 13th. Our first date was March 16th. I gave her a watch to go steady right before Pesach. We were engaged in July and married in December. Thank God we just celebrated our 52nd wedding anniversary. Unfortunately, can't plan these things. My father. Didn't wake up by now. Woken up. Unfortunately, my father-in-law passed away after our first son, Jerry, was born. My mother came to live with us in our 3.5-room apartment. We ended up buying a small house in the edge of Forest Hills in Corona. And soon we were outgrowing the house when the city of New York decided to build 3 24-story low-income houses on the edge of Forest Hills, a pure Jewish neighborhood. At that time, it was negotiated. That's when Mario Cuomo became a very big politician. He's the one who negotiated the 24-story building down to 12-story buildings, mixed between low income and middle income, and it didn't help the area at all. We were fearful at the time that the value of our house would fall as the low-income project came in. And we couldn't need a larger house. We were at that point had 2 sons, and Sheldon was on his way. So we decided to look in Central Jersey, which is offering larger homes at a more reasonable price. We were given directions to the U.S. Home Development in Marlboro, and I got lost, as usual. And we ended up at Fairfield Manor, which was also a new development whose models were opening up the following week. We fell in love with the ranch house and came back the following week to put a deposit on the house. My mother lived with us for 25 years. The house was one of the pluses of keeping her going. And I could just say that the 25 years were good years. The family all enjoyed her, lived with her, and she taught the children, and the children loved her. The experience of having your own relative, your own bubby living in the house with you, I can't explain. Her loss was a great loss. For me, I had an argument with Jane. I had a lawyer on my side. She would always come to my defense. I was always stacked against Jane. I was stacked with love. When we bought the house here in Marlboro, we were very naive. We did not check out the synagogues and schools before we closed. We had sold our house in Queens, and we were very anxious to move as they were charging us rent to stay there. We found out that when we moved in, that there was a school in Lakewood called Masalo Hebrew Day School. And we found out they would also provide transportation for our children. At that point, we had 2 boys going into school, into grade school. Our sons were picked up by a school bus at 6:30 in the morning and driven around Monmouth County picking up other children. And at evening, it was reversed, and they didn't get home till after 6 o'clock at night. Since the bus was coming into our other area, other children started to enroll in school. But eventually, with the changes in demographics of Lakewood, the enrollment of the school decreased over the years, to the point that it was cheaper for the transportation company at the tail end to supply a limousine to transport the kids to school rather than a bus. Our sons subsequently went to JEC in Hillel, and they all graduates and got their Bachelor of Science degrees from Touro College. We believe that to keep the kids in a Jewish background no matter what. That rate of intermarriage was going high and high. We did not want to even go through that door. As the area of Marlborough, Manalapan, and Freehold started to develop at a fast pace, it was populated with people who previously lived in New York City and were exposed to Jewish buyers from their immediate families. The spark of the Piddly Yid never goes out. We are living in an era of resurgence of learning Torah and interest of their heritage. When our youngest son was 5 years old, we started to walk every Shabbos to Congregation Sons of Israel, which is 5.5 miles from our home. I was president of Sons of Israel from September of '84 to June of '86. I was also Gabbai at the synagogue, and Rabbi Gene Klein was our mentor, the one who set us in the right direction. When Chabad came into the area, in 1986, and my term of presidency finished, we started to walk 5 miles each way until Chabad moved to its current location, which is 2.5 miles from our home. I became Gabbai at Chabad and shared with Mitch Alford. I am Gabbai during the week, Mitch is Gabbai on Shabbos and Yom Tov, and it works out very, very well. Over the years, as we aged, it became more difficult to walk to Chabad. We were blessed that Monmouth Torah links opened in our area of Marlborough. On Shabbos and Yom Tov, we were privileged to attend Monmouth Torah links, which is 7/10 of a mile from our home. It is led by Rabbi Oritz. We have Rabbi Eisenberg, Rabbi Gerwitz, and Rabbi Liebes. Monmouth Torah links is dedicated to building a strong, vibrant Jewish community based on values of learning and personal growth. They offer an array of educational, religious, social, cultural, and community programs and services. Rabbi Oritz is an excellent teacher with a great sense of humor. We attend his Thursday night Torah class and have seen his class grow and grow. There is a great melding of people in the congregation. Over the years, we have made great friends in the area. We are close enough to participate in each other's simchas, and unfortunately, we feel every loss that comes from our community. When I lost my job to someone in India who has an MBA degree and makes $17,000 a year, and who I trained, I started to participate in the Daf Yomi sessions, as Rabbi Horace had mentioned. Scott Levy is my Hebrusa, and I want to give a big thanks to Rabbi Levi Wallace, Rabbi Shapiro, and now young Schneider, who have been our instructors. And now, I am now 1 year away in the cycle of completing the full cycle. In conclusion, I must thank my Ashes Chayil here, Chana, who has taken care of me over the years and made it possible for me to be here tonight to talk to you. I'd like to introduce my son, Sheldon. Mazel tov to our dear friend Lois Gorman and being a co-honoree with us. You know, besides being a co-honoree, she happens to be a great friend of ours. So again, mazel tov to Shefa, to David from Los Angeles, and Mark from all the way from Marlborough. Again, mazel tov.
Oh, besito.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a tough act to follow. So for those that know, my target audience is usually sedated, so please bear with me. And reading glasses now, so for those of you who know, guys are great. Roll. 4 sons, 4 yeshiva elementary educations, 4 yeshiva high school educations, 4 yeshiva college educations. And Kanana Hara, enough grandchildren to staff at least 2 baseball teams. Mom and Dad, I think we kept you busy. I know for sure I did. I stand here today representing my 3 brothers and our families. While Jerry and I and our families are here today, Efraim and Moshe are in Eretz Yisrael home with their families and were unable to attend today. My parents moved to Marlborough 42 years ago with the anticipation of moving into a growing Jewish community. While there were many Jewish families in the area at the time, my parents were the pioneers of the Gordon's Corner Express. I can attest to the fact that I've been called more names than I want to convey to anybody else, and I've had more rocks thrown to me growing up walking to shul every Shabbos. We walked 5 miles each way to shul, to Sons of Israel every Shabbos and Yom Tov. Yes, we walked over 10 miles round trip. That amounts to over 4 hours of walking on Shabbos. Thinking of Marlborough at that time, I can't help but relate to this coming week's Parsha, Parshas Bamidbar. It says, and Hashem spoke to Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai. These words indicate that Hashem purposely selected a desert in which to give us His Torah. Becoming like the wilderness implies that a Jew must be ready to sacrifice material comfort for Torah. A Jew can hope for progress in Torah study and fulfillment of mitzvahs, only if he is prepared to make sacrifices in worldly matters. My parents have sacrificed so much to make sure my brothers and I have had everything we possibly ever needed. My parents sacrificed and worked so hard to make sure my brothers and I received yeshiva education. Educating my own children, I understand what a huge burden this can put on parents. My parents never took exotic vacations or trips and have never been on a cruise. Everything they are and everything they do is for the love of their family and their community. My parents grew up in extremely humbling backgrounds. My mother immigrated to the United States 55 years ago today, June 5th, 1961, from communist Cuba to flee the communist regime. Like my parents, both sets of grandparents sacrificed so much to provide a Jewish education for my parents. My parents had a vision and stuck with it. Growing up, our house was filled with guests. My mother always cooked enough for Shabbos and Yom Tov to ensure that if a commuter bus full of people was stranded for Shabbos, my mother always had enough food prepared for them. My parents' warm and loving home has always been a place for our friends that I've always loved to be. My father has been a Gabbai of Chabad for over 20 years and before a congregation of Sons of Israel. My father wakes up at 4:30 every single morning to make sure that everything is ready to go for Shabbos, that the shul is prepared, and then he learns Daf Yomi with his Chavrusas every single day. Who would have thought that the town I grew up in would become a center of Torah? Instead of walking 5 miles each way to shul, my parents have a less than 15-minute walk each way. Over the years, the walk has progressively gotten shorter as Rabbi Chazanov decided to move closer and closer to my parents, but 7/10 of a mile is a little bit better. I am still soaking in the fact that Marlborough has an Erev. Yes, Marlborough has an Erev. Monmouth Torah has played a vital role in changing my perspective of the Marlborough community as the midbar as I remember, or as the desert. My family has a connection with Rabbi Oretz before Rabbi Oretz and I have even met. Rabbi Oretz has followed all of us. Shalom Rav Oretz was my wife's teacher at Shalamis High School, and my sister Alana's teacher also in both Shalamis and Stern. So we had a connection together before we even met. My boys, being members of the Yeshiva Boys Choir tour for concerts, they had the privilege of singing with the likes of Benny Friedman, Yaakov Shweki, 8th Day, but there's no bigger stage and the warm welcoming community of Monmouth Torah that my boys would rather perform. They're more excited to say Ein Kelokenu and Am Zemiros and Monmouth Torah than any stage. Through the multitude of adult educational programs, the men and women's learning opportunities, the inspirational davening, and the very devoted Rabbeim, Monmouth Torah provides all that my parents had wished for their family. I remember when my parents had a weekly group learning in their living room, starting off with Rabbi Karbach, then Rabbi Chazanov, over 30 years ago. Now they have weekly learning groups in their backyard and so many opportunities to learn close to home. Thank you, Monmouth Torah Links, for all you do every day. Your work is vital to the community. May you continue to grow and celebrate many more anniversaries in the years to come. I would like to wish big mazel tov to Lois Corman on this very well-deserved honor. You are a very good friend. We had the opportunity to share many Yom Tov and Shabbos meals, and we look forward to many more in the future. Mom and Dad, words can never express that poet's appropriately. Everything Jerry, Ephraim, Moshe, and I are is a reflection of our love. You are not only loved by your family, but by your friends and community as well. May Hashem grant you many more years to continue to grow and shed nachas from your children and grandchildren. We are so proud of you. We love you. I also would like to focus your attention to this release. My brother Moshe had a few words from Eretz Yisrael.
Oh my.
Hi Mom, hi Dad. We're here from Israel and unfortunately we can't be there with you tonight, but I want to let you know that there aren't enough words to express our love for you. The home I grew up in is one filled with love, devotion, encouragement, and gratification. It's the home your children have strived to build for your grandchildren. Outside the family, we have watched you both helping and building schools and being heavily invested and involved in the community. It's really your true dedication and commitment that has taught us what it means to follow our parents and how to be involved in the shul. Mom and Dad, we also saw how you always made going to shul a priority, and we love to sit next to you, watching you daven. Even in your retirement, your dedication to shul and community remains as strong as ever. Dad, are you still open to shul at 6:15? Yeah, that's what I thought. We know that your incredible devotion stems even deeper. Sourced from Grandma and Grandpa Schneider, blessed memory, and Bubby and Zane Kapliki, blessed memory. They were guiding lights in our lives, helping us lead the next generation with dedication to Torah and mitzvos, while remaining connected and rooted to our heritage. Your complete dedication to your own parents was a source of inspiration to all of us. You are amazing parents and parents-in-law. We love you, and we're so proud of your children. Words alone can never express our true love and our parasol for all you have done. Mazal tov on this fantastic, fantastic honor. I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you.
Mom and Dad, on receiving this incredible honor, we are so proud of you. This is truly well-deserved. May you continue to go strength to strength. I love you, Mazel Tov.
I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so happy to be your son. And I'm so happy that you're my husband. I love you guys. Congratulations! I love you, Mommy and Daddy. I'm so proud of my Mommy and Daddy. I'm so proud of my Mommy and Daddy.
Okay, they are adorable. I'm going to be able to see them. Oh my God. You knew it, Bundy. No. Oh, did you? No.
One more great round of applause for Mr. and Mrs. Schneider.